Good morning. Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. The best pitcher combining all National and American League pitchers. The one pitcher that won the most pitching categories in the year 1926. Who was it? I looked at Baseball Reference. George Uhle. Uhle. Uhle? Is that how you say it? As far as the correct pronunciation. Second time he's won it. 1923, he won it. And in 1926, he wins 4 pitching categories. Most wins, 27. Most innings pitched, 318. Games started, 36. And complete games, 32. George Uhle. Let's look him up. Go to Baseball Reference, start his career, 1919. Pitches for 17 years and wins 200 exact games. Not bad. 166 losses, 3,000 innings, and about 1,100 career strikeouts. But the year 1926, he wins 27 games, loses 11. 2.83 ERA, 7.11 winning percentage. 71% of the time he wins the game. 318 innings, most of anybody pitching. He had the most games started and the most complete games, 32. Boy, even in the 1920s, remember the 1870s and 80s and 90s? You had complete games everywhere. Cy Young, over 700 complete games. Even in 1926, you guys staying in there, 9 innings, 10 innings. Not much relief pitching. That started to get going though at the beginning of the 20th century. Relief pitching started to get going. And then he gradually, from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and of course today, you have just a special relief pitcher. But how about George Uhle? 32 complete games. It's unheard of. Today, how many pitchers have even double complete games? Nobody. How many pitchers have 5 complete games in a season? Nobody. I think the most was 2 or 3 in the last 10 years, 15, 20 years. Of course, in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, you got guys 20, 30 complete games. It's the second win for George Uhle. He won 1923, where he won 26 games. Is he a Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher? He was on the edge. He had 200 victories, but he stopped pitching at age 37. Didn't pitch in 1935. So basically, he stopped pitching at age 35. It says that 1936 was his last year. He was 37 years old, but he didn't win any games. 1933, he won 6 games. So when he's about 33 years old, he starts to lose it. I don't know if it's injuries or whatever it was. So he has 200 victories by the age 34, roughly. If he had pitched another 6 years, he could, let's say he gets 15, 20 wins a season, 6 times 20, 120 more victories. He could have gotten to the 300 win club if he had just kept pitching. He was pretty good. 3 20-win seasons, but not a Hall of Fame pitcher because he stopped pitching. 200 victories. What's my criteria for a pitcher to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame? I think you got to have over 250 victories. You got to have an ERA below 3. You got to have 3,000 strikeouts, and you got to have like at least 4,000 innings. He fell short. Interesting guy. All right, we covered 1926. How about 1927? Who stood out? Who was the best pitcher that year? We'll get into it, and we'll talk to you later. I'm out.